Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is David J. Burney.
My name is Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Well, I just wanted to ask you to make a few comments about the basketball game yesterday in Lincoln, Nebraska, where Mullen played. And you stated it in your story. This Mullen team has been going uphill most of the season, and they get to the top one way or another, right?
Yeah. Man, I felt for those kids. The Mullen boys basketball team has just had to fight through a lot of adversity during the course of the year. We visited with Coach Brad Wright last week, and Jaden Emerson, who was definitely going to be a starter, he got injured and really hasn't been able to play all season. And they found their roles and kind of got everything figured out, and we're playing great basketball going into the state tournament. So we get down to state, they get Falls City Sacred Heart, and if you follow high school boys basketball, I mean, wow. Falls City Sacred Heart, 11-time state champions, 2-time defending state champs, and Mullen's played them now for the third straight year in the state tournament. So Mullen goes down, game starts out, I think just great. I mean, you had the feeling in the first 3-4 minutes. You're like, oh boy, Mullen came to play. They're going to be here to the end. This is going to be fun. And then all of a sudden you look up and Clayton Moore, a junior who many people know in this area, fabulous athlete, he's hopping off on one foot. And your heart just sank. You're just like, oh, you're kidding. So, Clayton got injured in the first quarter, was not able to return. But boy, I tell you, the kids just played their hearts out. When he left the floor, they still found a way to hang in there. And then Falls City Sacred Heart has a kid. He's Jacob Jordan, really good basketball player. I think he hit 6 threes last night, had 20 points, but he hit a 3 right at the buzzer of the first half, and that moved it up to an 8-point game, and that really flipped the momentum. Mm-hmm. And then in the second half, Mullen being shorthanded, just couldn't hang with a team of that caliber. But boy, they've got nothing to hang their heads about. I thought they just gave a tremendous effort and performance, and I just felt so bad for them. Felt bad for Clayton. Yeah. Felt bad for the whole team that that would happen like that.
Yeah.
So, but great game, great season for us. I was driving home, and I'm like, and it seems like this happens every year, especially in basketball and the winter sports season. You're headed home, and you're like, oh, it's over. Yeah. We've been on the road for a month and a half nonstop, and then you're just like, this is the last trip. So, just a big thank you again to all of our great business sponsors and supporters that sponsor games and allow us to go out and cover our area teams. Big thanks to the guys that we have helping us that make it possible to do as many games as we do. Jeremy and Gavin are amazing. Larry Cotner's been helping us out, my goodness, for how many years now?
40.
And, yeah, right. Daryl Seibert went with Larry for a couple of games. Mike Borders has helped me through the course of the season. Jeff Bailey kind of joined the sports team this year and did a lot of our video and ran the camera and everything. And bless Jeff, I had problems from Lincoln Southwest as far as our computer was concerned, so he ran out here and engineered our game last night. So appreciate him doing that. But a lot of people, it's a team effort for us too to put on or to go out and do these games. So we say thanks again to all of our great business supporters and to the guys who helped make it happen. It was a great year.
It was a good year, and pretty cool, I think, for back to the Mullen game, to see the appreciation from your opponent that they showed.
Yes,
the respect they showed to Mullen. I think that speaks a lot for the Mullen team, having the other team knowing that they had a couple players that would have been in the game. It would have been even closer, if not a different game. But when you have people appreciate you for your effort like that, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
So
Yep.
kind of that's probably a good way to end the season from that side of things. I'm sure Mullen would like to end it differently as far as the score goes. But
And listen, I don't know what would have happened, but I'm telling you, the way the game started, you just had that feeling like, oh yeah, Mullen's going to be here for the duration of this game, and then that happened, and it was just an unfortunate thing.
Yeah. Well, the scoring was low, and that's what Mullen would want.
I think so. Yeah.
And the pace was working for him, but an injury changed things. And they're good. I mean, their record speaks for itself. I mean,
oh, listen, yeah. I mean, Sacred Heart is ranked number 1 in the state, and they're the premier program at that class level. So, but yeah, great season for them. Great season for all of our area teams, whether you made it to state or not. We had a lot of excitement to cover this year, and we really enjoyed it.
All right, what do we have? Any other teams left in the hunt now? How's Burwell doing?
Well, Burwell will play this morning.
They'll play this morning.
They'll play North Platte St. Pat's. That'll be fun. That'll be fun to watch. They play right away at 9 o'clock at the Devaney Center. And then, of course, Gothenburg, the girls, they'll play this morning against Lincoln Lutheran at 9 o'clock at PBA.
So we'll know pretty quickly if we have some area teams left. So wish them the best of luck. Let's see here. Birthdays. Mitch Bunnemeyer. Mitch he was, when you have people that you remember in school that were behind you in school, and you see their birthdays, and it's probably close to retirement, it's kind of weird. Anyway, Mitch Bunnemeyer, happy birthday. Jamie Fred, happy birthday. Elsie Taylor, happy birthday. Sadie Province, happy birthday. Rachel Wamsley, happy birthday, and Ira Sponel.
Oh, Ira, happy birthday.
Ira's 38 today.
Oh, my goodness.
And I know he doesn't want me to say this or talk about it, but whenever I see Ira, it reminds me of Ira many years ago up at the Anselmo Dance Hall. We were doing a talent contest, and Ira did some singing.
Down on the Farm is what I remember.
That's exactly right.
Oh, yeah, great memories. He's all grown up now, Dave.
Gosh, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Happy birthday to you folks and any others that are having birthdays today. You're kind of sharing your birthdays today with Suni Lee, night team gymnast that won the gold medal for the women's all-around competition at the 2020 Olympics and won gold, silver, and bronze in 2019 at the World Championships. So you're sharing your birthday with a great athlete. Oscar Isaac, 43, played the pilot Poe in the latest Star Wars and played the villain Coplix in the X-Men. And he also voices Gomez Adams in the Addams Family animated films.
Oh.
And Matthew Gray Gubler, 42 today, best known for his role as Dr. Spencer Reed on the TV drama Criminal Minds. He also appeared in the film 500 Days of Summer. Fun fact, he also voiced the chipmunk Simon in the Alvin and Chipmunks films.
Oh, okay.
So those are a few of the people celebrating birthdays that are in the entertainment business. It's National Meatball Day today.
All right.
They go back a long ways. How long do you think meatball's been around?
Oh, man, I don't know. I don't know. As long as meat, I don't know.
Well, let's see here. The ancient Greeks and Romans created meatballs, and meatballs have been around a long time. Earliest recipes go back to those ancient days. Most meatballs are made of a mix of beef, pork, and veal, but you can make them with chicken, fish, or things like that, or even lentils if you're not into meat. You can make a meatless meatball. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. I did not know this, and I think you're going to be shocked at this.
Okay.
But it's National Barbie Day today.
Oh, the Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Okay. Barbie's been around for a long time.
Since 1959.
Wow.
Still one of the best-selling toys in the world. About 60 million are sold every year. 60 million. And that's about 100 Barbie dolls every minute. Barbie was designed by a former Pentagon engineer and was based on a German doll for adults.
Oh.
Yeah. Lily, a high-class call girl, was what Barbie was modeled after. Did not know that.
I did not know that either. No, that's the rest of the story, as they would say.
Or the beginning. It's also Get Over It Day.
Hey, there you go. Got to play the Eagles if it's Get Over It Day.
National Get Over It Day, invented in 2005 by some guy who was having trouble over his ex-girlfriend. Today encourages anyone with lingering bad feelings about an ex or anything else to just get over it.
Yeah. Get over it.
All right. School lunch menu's not. We have some schools that are not having class today, so I don't know how complete this is going to be.
Okay. So do you want to how do you want to handle these then?
Let's skip them.
Skip them? Okay. I'm with you.
Because I think some of the schools that are not having classes may not even be on Santa's Express this morning. I'm just guessing because of the state tournament and so forth. So
Yeah.
I don't know how many are actually having classes today.
Yeah,
so,
good point.
Yeah. So let's play the game.
Well, let's do. Here we go. It's Women's History Month, so we're testing your knowledge on the groundbreaking women of rock and roll. Here's your question for today. This English singer's first hit was As Tears Go By. She had a long-term relationship with Mick Jagger in the 1960s. Unfortunately, she fell into drug abuse and was even living on the street for a time, but she eventually made a successful comeback with her album Broken English. Who is this singer? Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't have known. Your choices are Petula Clark, Nicolette Larson, Marianne Faithfull, or Janice Ian. Those are your choices. This English singer's first hit was As Tears Go By. She made a successful comeback with her album Broken English. Who is this? Is it Petula Clark, Nicolette Larson, Marianne Faithfull, or Janice Ian? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It's Big Pig Day, so give us a call, 872-2801.
Ben is in a sticky situation.
I got so excited for my fresh-baked Runza cinnamon rolls that I forgot to grab a napkin.
Now you got cinnamon roll fingers, and they're so ooey.
And gooey. I can't grab a spoon to dig into my delicious homemade chili.
Maybe you should call for help?
Oh, I'll call my mom. Oh, I've ruined my phone.
Worth it, though. Come get Runza's homemade chili, fresh-baked cinnamon rolls, and a napkin today. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
We have Peggy on the line. Good morning, Peg.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How are you?
Just fine.
Good. Is it snowing in the neighborhood?
Yeah, there's a few drops.
Not too much yet.
It's all right. It don't bother me.
That's a good way to look at it. And it's also Get Over It Day. So even if we don't want the snow, let's get over it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something when I answer the question. I think it's Petula Clark.
No, I'm sorry, Peg. That's not it.
Oh, it's the other one.
Yeah.
What do you
it
want?
is-
What do you
it
want
is
to tell
another
us,
one.
Peg?
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you. You know, I drove out to the station to pick up some coupons, and I thought, look at all those red cars that Dave has to put gas in. And then when you and Jeremy were talking about, you weren't whining, you know, you were saying you got a warm house, warm food and everything, and you weren't complaining about the price of gas. What do people pay when they go to a professional ball game for a hot dog? Or a glass of beer or a paper cup of beer?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's going up, even at those places, I think.
Well, who would pay $10 for a hot dog?
Well, I got to be honest with you, Peg. Depends. I mean, if that hot dog is loaded, it could be worth $10. I'm telling you.
Probably loaded, all right.
Yeah.
Probably full of weed.
And then you're loaded.
Well, or they can go buy, not running any business down, but they can go buy a fancy coffee drink for $5 or more. You know, and they don't think anything about it.
Yeah.
Then I seen all Dave's red cars, and I thought, boy, he wasn't complaining at all. So I want to commend you, too, on it the other day, because people don't realize how lucky they are.
Well, I
That's
guess.
a good point.
Agree with that.
Well, I don't know, but who was the singer?
Oh,
The singer was Marianne Faithfull, was
Well,
the singer.
yeah.
Who'd ever heard of that name? She
Well-
probably wasn't.
Yeah, Dave knew who it was. I didn't.
Yeah. I
Well,
wonder.
he's older and wiser. Well, he's not older, but he's wiser. He's into that.
Yeah.
I knew Janis Joplin yesterday.
Yeah,
though.
there you go. There you go.
Okay, thank
Thanks,
you.
Peg.
Hey, thanks, Peg.
Bye. Yeah, I actually have an album of Marianne Faithfull.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of R-rated.
Oh.
She was kind of angry when she made that album.
Oh. Was it after her breakup with Mick? Or?
Oh, definitely. It was after
Okay.
she rehabbed and, was missing for a number of years and come out with this. It's really good,
Oh.
but it's not something, there's a couple songs in there you wouldn't want to.
Play on the air?
Well, no way. No way. No, it was kind of a shocker when we bought that. But anyway, Marianne Faithfull is the correct answer today. We're going to be going to Varney Health Mart this morning to find out what's going on at Varney Health Mart, find out what's going on, because this is St. Patty's Day's coming up and some Easter's coming up, and I'm sure they're kind of ramping up for that. Kids' toys and garments and pills.
Yeah,
It's all there.
it is.
We'll find out about that. Also, it looks like we'll be talking with Tanya today with the Fox Theater.
Good. All right,
I
sounds
think it
good. Yeah, they
shows
got
here she's coming in. So,
got some big movies showing right now.
oh man, yeah, Batman, right?
Yep, the Batman is here.
That's breaking some records across
Is
the
it?
country. Yeah, it's doing quite well. They always do, seems like.
Yeah, the superhero movies are usually big.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it gets you away from reality for a little while.
Yeah.
Anything else on your mind?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not really. Not too much. No.
What time did you get home?
You know what? I got home just after 10:30.
That's not bad.
No, I would have never dreamed that. But I remember as a kid when we would go to Lincoln, and it just seemed like, number one, it would take you forever to go to Lincoln. But if you were told you're going to Lincoln, you're just like expecting it to be a super long day, and you were thinking of staying in Lincoln because you didn't want to make the trip back because it just seems so long.
Was
Do you know what I'm talking
I understand
about?
completely. Was interstate going then?
Yeah, the interstate
Okay.
was going, but if I remember right, when I was growing up, it was back when it was still 55.
Oh, you were in
The
the
speed
55
limit.
years.
Remember that?
Can't drive 55. Oh, my God, yes.
Boy, does, kicking it up to 75 on the interstate, doesn't that make that trip? So, I mean, you can get to Lincoln in like less than 3 hours from here.
Yeah, easy. Well, like, and if you go 78 or 9,
Well, yeah, you just go with the flow of traffic.
because if you go
Dave.
75, you're going to
You
get
just-
run over.
yeah, yeah, right.
But it
So-
doesn't take very long. You're right. Yes.
It's just not the grind of a trip that it used to be.
And that's good.
Does that make sense?
yeah. Well, and also when you're a kid, you're kind of anxious to get there. It's probably very exciting to get to the big city.
Yeah.
And so that made it seem longer. And now they're widening things out between Lincoln and Omaha, and that's speeding things up if you're going on into Omaha.
Oh yeah, those 3 lanes that they created between Lincoln and Omaha, those are wonderful.
We used to go to South Omaha to pick up feed to bring back here on Dad and my uncle's feed store. And yeah, that you were in an old gas burning semi going to Omaha. That was a pretty major. That was 7 hours of driving, let alone the loading and everything. So yeah.
Well, when we were going to Nebraska City for district wrestling, and we hop on between Lincoln and Nebraska City, remember when that was just a 2-lane highway?
Oh Lord.
That was oh man, when you would if you got behind a truck or something,
It was over.
You were behind that truck until you got to Nebraska City. So
true.
So I'm glad for all of the improvements and additions road-wise that have happened in the last several years.
Yeah, it does make it nice.
It really does.
And as far as the the gas part of it goes, which Peg brought up, we get 8% of our petroleum or, oil from Russia. Only 8%. And even though that is the case, we're seeing 40 and 50 cent hikes in gas prices. So I guess we can't pretend to understand that completely, but we just know, as Peg was mentioning, there was a story yesterday about an 11-year-old boy, Ukrainian boy, who made it from his home to, I believe, Poland by himself.
Wow.
And he did it because his mom had to stay behind to take care of her mom, but they wanted to get him out of the country, and he made the trek by himself. 11-year-old kid. An orchestra singing in the rubble of the demolished streets, playing "Don't Worry, Be Happy." These people are inspirational, and I hope one thing that does not happen is that Americans lose that resolution to support them because of increased cost and so forth, because they deserve our support. They're really showing grit, love of democracy, and fighting to the end. So, yeah, we might have to reach in our pockets pretty deep before this is all over, but we're sitting in a good place. We should be thankful for that and support them however we can. It's a very dicey situation, and I know it's complicated, but nobody wants to pay more for a gallon of gasoline. But in this case, as one gentleman said on the radio, got to get it done. Got to go ahead and do it. So expect it to go up higher than it already is. Now in Europe, they're used to, very high petrol prices all the time. And that's why you see more mass transit. A lot of people riding bicycles. Their cars are very small because they've always paid more for the petroleum than we have. So we're pretty good shape.
Yes. Yep.
Pretty good shape.
Always important to be thankful for what you have.
No doubt about it. It is time to take a break and hear from Callaway Good Life and Bruning Bank. Also, we'll be going then to Dave Davis Farmers National Report. That's coming up next.
If you are looking for the latest techniques, look no further. Team Physical Therapy has skilled therapists that are able to offer you not only manual therapy, expert exercise programs to treat your neck, back, shoulder, and knee pain, but also dry needling. Call 872-5111. Our highly trained staff are here to get you moving again and enjoy life. Call 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
Stay up to date on your bank accounts no matter where your schedule takes you. Sign up for mobile or online banking with Bruning Bank to keep track of your accounts anywhere, anytime. At home, the gym, grocery store, day or night. Deposit checks, transfer between accounts, view transactions, and check balances. Set up bill pay so you never forget to pay a bill ever again. Ready to simplify your life? Download the app or visit BruningBank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Rise and shine.
All right. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
I apologize. I probably put Kathy into a tailspin when I said we'd have the Farmers National Report. Their ad is at the bottom of the page here where it usually is when it's their report, and I looked up and saw it and didn't remember what day it is. This is Wednesday, not Thursday.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we'll have their report for you tomorrow.
my apologies, Kathy, if you're slipping, into your car right now, go back inside and have a cup of coffee. My bad. Well, we were talking about Ukraine and some of the things that are happening there. So how do you really get to Russia as far as letting them know that, we're behind Ukraine? You are limited to what you can do militarily, but we have sanctions, and yesterday President Biden announced that we would no longer buy any fuel from Russia. But here's the ones that's going to get them. This is what's going to bring them to their knees.
All right.
McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Starbucks suspend all business in Russia.
Oh, boy.
So all the McDonald's, 850 restaurants in Russia will be closing. They will not be serving Russians any McDonald's Big Macs or fish sandwiches or breakfast sandwiches. That's going to bother them. Also, Pepsi say they're not going to be selling any products there. And a lot of entertainment that they were expecting to have in Russia, of course, has been canceled. And so the sanctions continue to squeeze. Banks are closed. But when you take away their Big Mac...
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's pretty
take away
severe.
Their Big Mac and fries.
Here's one that kind of tells you, we're talking about the oil industry. Shell will stop buying Russian oil. They're not going to buy it anymore. Okay. No one will be doing that now, but they apologized for their last purchase, okay? Shell has apologized for buying a bunch of discounted oil from Russia because Russia is selling it discounted now to try to, continue to keep their revenue stream. It says they'll no longer do business with them anymore, but Shell even decided to shut down all their gas stations in the country in Russia. So they've went the full 100 yards. But here's the other side of the story. The petroleum giant got roasted when it was learned that they gobbled up 100,000 metric tons of Russian oil they got cheap when other companies slapped sanctions on it. So they were trying to get in that last buy and get the big discount and got caught. So they immediately said, no longer will we do business. We're shutting down our gas stations. So, it's a little bit sad that they would go ahead and try to squeeze one more in from the business side of things with what's going on, but they're doing the right thing now. One more thing on this subject. I think it's interesting. Some former U.S. military volunteers are going to Ukraine to train civilians. So they're going to go and train civilians how to be resistance fighters and how to fire weapons and take up positions. The U.S. has not sent troops to Ukraine, but these are former military members and are making it very clear that they're not there to fight, they're there to train. Now, I know we've heard that before. That's sometimes how you get started. But in this case, I think they know the boundaries. But if they can go over there and help these civilian soldiers learn a little bit more about defending themselves, it's probably a good thing. So those are some stories from that terrible situation, which is on a lot of people's minds right now. There's a lot of stories coming out of there, inspirational stories and many very sad stories, but it's where we're at in the world right now. It is time for the news, and I'm sure you'll hear more in just a moment about this very situation after this 30-second break.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Submit your items for an upcoming machinery consignment auction with Dave Davis Auction Service. The sale is set for Saturday, the 2nd of April, starting at 9 a.m. To receive proper advertising of items and to get on the flyer, get your list of consignments to the office by Monday, the 14th of March. For more information, call the office at 872-6413. You can visit DaveDavisAuction.com as well. Again, this machinery sale is April 2nd, and your items must be into the Dave Davis office by the 14th of March for proper advertising.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. Russia's announced a one-day ceasefire in parts of Ukraine to allow safe passage out through humanitarian corridors. This woman's made it to Poland.
The trip was exhausting. but we're glad that we made it.
Correspondent Charlie D'Agata from Kyiv.
The cities where ceasefires have been declared all lie along the fault line of the stalled advance, where Ukrainian troops have fought Russians to a standstill, and most aren't very far from the Russian border.
Ukraine's nuclear power plant operator says it's concerned for safety. CBS's Vicki Barker at the Foreign Desk.
Ukraine's energy minister says the Russians have disconnected the Chernobyl nuclear plant from the national grid, risking a release of radiation that would spill far beyond his country's borders.
Global nuclear watchdog just announcing there's been no critical impact on safety from that power loss. The price of a gallon of regular gas in the U.S. up to $4.25 a gallon. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Police summoned because of an unruly person at a South Beatrice convenience store arrested a female on various charges. Police officers were summoned at 3:24 Tuesday morning and met with a clerk who said the woman had refused to leave the store after she tried to purchase items, but her card was declined. The woman refused to leave and claimed the clerk had stolen her money. No proof of a transaction was found. Police arriving told the woman she had to leave the store, but she refused. Officers had to physically escort her out of the business. Once outside, she was advised to leave the property but refused to comply and allegedly resisted officers as they were trying to arrest her. Police transported 28-year-old Tiffany Morris to the Gage County Jail, where authorities discovered a white crystalline substance, a glass smoking device, and 4 syringes in a pack she was wearing. Police said the smoking device had white residue and one of these syringes appeared to have been used. Field testing of the substance showed it to be suspected methamphetamine. Morris was jailed for possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, second-degree criminal trespassing, and resisting arrest. The Nebraska State Patrol said that troopers arrested 2 people after finding thousands of suspected fentanyl pills and other controlled substances during a traffic stop in Dawson County. NSP said that around 3:40 p.m. Monday, a trooper observed a vehicle speeding on I-80 near Lexington at mile marker 231. Authorities said that during the traffic stop, the trooper detected the odor of marijuana inside the vehicle. NSP officials said that troopers performed a search of the vehicle and located numerous bags containing what are believed to be around 25,000 fentanyl pills, as well as approximately 2 pounds of suspected cocaine and 6 grams of marijuana. Both the driver and passenger from California were arrested for possession of an exceptionally hazardous drug, possession with intent to deliver an exceptionally hazardous drug, possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and no drug tax stamp. Both men were lodged in Dawson County Jail.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where quarterback Aaron Rodgers announced on social media he'll be returning to play for the Green Bay Packers next season. The 2-time reigning league MVP added that the two sides are still working on the terms of a new contract. The Denver Broncos acquired quarterback Russell Wilson from the Seattle Seahawks for 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a 5th-round pick, as well as players quarterback Drew Lock, tight end Noah Fant, and defensive lineman Shelby Harris. In baseball news, the league and the Players Association continued negotiations into the early morning, with talks ending around 2 a.m. Eastern Time. The good news is that no more games have been canceled yet. The bad news is that while progress has been made, the two sides are still reportedly far apart in major areas. The Players Association told the league it wants to speak to its board this morning before coming back with a proposal. In the NBA, Kyrie Irving scored 50 points, leading the Nets over the Hornets 132-121. In college basketball, Gonzaga, Bryant, Delaware, Wright State, and South Dakota State all won their conference tournament titles.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a winter weather advisory continuing. Low snow likely for today, 1 to 3 inches of daytime snowfall with winds breezy from the north and northwest. Temperatures fairly steady in the 20s. Then for tonight, another inch or 2 of snow accumulation, low of 6 above zero. Thursday, any lingering snow wrapping up by midday up to 26. Friday, sunny upper 20s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness, modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
8:06 is your time. It's picking up out there as far as the snow goes under a cloudy sky. Did I say nose or snow goes?
I don't know. Maybe you said nose.
Probably
it's
did.
Probably on your mind after that commercial.
Oh, Lord. All right, let me start over. 14, cloudy with snow in the air. Winds out of the north 10 to 15. Barometric pressure continues to rise at 30-16. Humidity at 80%. Our high yesterday was 41, an overnight low of 15. Sun set today at 6:37. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:59. We remind you that we'll move our clocks forward 1 hour when we go to bed on Saturday night to be on daylight savings time. A trace of precipitation at 7, holding at 2100s, but it's snowing a little bit more now, and we expect that snow to increase a little bit and stay with us all the way through tomorrow morning. That winter weather advisory in effect until noon tomorrow, I believe. So that's your weather forecast. Brent Amperson, Dave Burney with you, and Tanya's here from the Fox Theater. How you doing?
Hi, Dave. I'm doing good.
I'm good. Does my T-shirt look like it's on the right way?
No.
Yes.
I don't see a tag.
Okay. Well, yesterday I put it on backwards, and I just didn't feel quite right. I'm feeling pretty good today, but does it look like it's the right place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks good.
Right.
Yeah. You could start a new trend. I mean, that's how trends and fads are started. You know.
Well, I will admit to you, Tanya, and because I like you, I'll tell you the truth. Otherwise, I'd fib to you. You know,
I'm honored.
Sometimes, when you dress up and you wear a suit coat and you wear just a black, it's not a T-shirt, but it's a little higher up on your neck. Mm-hmm. I used to do that with my Pirate Radio black T-shirt, and I would just turn it backwards and use it with my suit coat. Nobody knew I had a Pirate Radio T-shirt on.
No, wow.
Oh, gosh.
That made you feel kind of, like you were pulling something over on if you're at a fancy deal and you got a Pirate Radio T-shirt on.
Rebel.
Yeah, I was going to say, made you feel rebellious.
Such a rebel.
I was out there. I had a nice visit with your husband the other day as they were preparing for the pancake egg feed.
Yeah.
That guy likes trains. Your husband likes trains, man.
He's in the right business then.
Yeah, he found it. He found a good spot to be in. He likes trains.
Yeah, he did his time in the military, and what do you want to do when you retire? Trains. His mom showed me a picture, his 1-year birthday picture, and he's wearing a train outfit. So
Nice.
It was a lifelong obsession.
Well, and he got to fill both those desires because when he was in the military, he would put tanks on trains, right?
Yes, he would. Yes, he would. So, we still get a little excited if we see any military equipment moving around the country. I used to do that,
Well, enjoyed visiting with him.
Yeah,
and,
they had a good turnout.
Good.
Yeah, I was I don't know if he mentioned it, but I was in Arizona, which the weather was really great.
Oh, it was terrible that
I was
day.
there for that weekend. I came back later that week, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking about Arizona right now.
I don't blame you. I think my sister's headed there today, and she's rubbing it in, I think.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye on the weather back here. You were in the middle of a kind of a sub-zero freeze out at the time.
Yeah, that morning of the pancake feed, it was pretty nasty. It was cold and blowing, but they had a good turnout.
They did have a good turnout.
Right.
Yep. So lots of money raised for scholarships, which is great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, let me do my checklist here. I've told Tanya about my T-shirts and give the weather. Have you tried Dawn on your hair yet, Dawn?
No.
Would you let me know if you do? Would you?
Okay.
Let me check that off.
Will it be as shiny as yours?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the real deal. You can go in. Well, this is the actual dish soap. Now Brent's getting embarrassed, but this is
no, I'm not embarrassed at all. If you want to continue to, I just don't think you should be using Dawn dish soap on your hair on a regular basis.
If it's really oily, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know how to take that, Tanya.
I don't know.
This is the apple scented hand soap. Okay, and I've only tried this once, but the platinum, the Dawn Platinum, is the way to go.
Okay.
It's the 4X power.
I think that's what I've got at home.
Try it.
It's purple.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. You can you don't need to have a bar of soap or body soap or anything. You just for your hair and for everything, you just use Dawn and you'll be good to go.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, I'll check that off. Got that. So now, Brent, if you guys want to talk movies, that would be great.
Okay.
We've had a steady stream of great ones, I think.
Yes, you have.
Now that, things seem to be moving in the right direction, at least in our industry.
Yeah.
We've had some great ones. Yeah, some good ones on the horizon.
There's another Batman in town.
There's another Batman. Yeah, Robert Pattinson from Twilight fame has filled that role. And from what I've heard, I have not ventured in to sit through it yet, but I've heard that he does a fabulous job. Yeah. And Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and then there's the Riddler and the Penguin. It's got all the villains in this one. So, at 3 hours.
Oh, really? It's that long?
It's
Why
pretty
didn't know
long.
It was that long?
It's a pretty long film, 175 minutes. But they fit a lot in.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies where, if you've got a good story and it moves pretty good, then it doesn't feel like it's that long.
It's not like Titanic, is it? Because Titanic was a real struggle because of all the water, I couldn't make it through the entire film without going to the restroom. I don't know why. It just so
talk about confessions.
Yeah, well,
lots of confessions here today.
I'm sure I wasn't the only one. Titanic was long. I didn't want to get up and leave, but, man, you get to the point where it's just water all over the place. You just had to break away.
Tanya.
All right, never mind. Well,
I got to ask Tanya a question.
There's some rain in this one. I don't know if that'll be a problem.
Okay.
Okay. I just wonder if Tanya, sometimes before she comes out here, says, I wonder if we're going to talk about the movies today.
She's probably wishing she would not have come in. I'm sorry, I don't know how I shared that, but anyway.
As long, I'm in the entertainment business, so this segment's entertaining.
Yeah, well, it's part of the movie. Sometimes, is there any chance that we could just get you guys to hit, like at home, we just have you hit pause so we could, and then
you could rent a theater and we will accommodate.
Will you?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we could have an intermission, 15 minutes, whatever you need. Get up, move around,
cool.
Chit chat, look at your phone. Just rent a theater.
There you go.
It's on our website.
And it's possible, and I do know that people have done that for birthday parties or whatever.
And
it's a lot of fun, I'm sure.
When we used to have a new, Super Marvel superhero movie every year, they'd rent the back theater and have a party. It was great. So I miss those. It was 10 years of new Marvel superhero movies that we don't have anymore.
Yeah.
The Avengers, they're done, I guess.
Yeah, now we're into what phase something?
Phase 4.
I think it's phase 4 now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but there is Doctor Strange has a new one coming out in May.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Madness of the Multiverse.
Yes. Scarlet Witch is in it, and it looks really good. So that one's something to look forward to. But right now we've got Batman. Okay. So we've got DC taking over the theater. And then ending this week, back to movies. Ending this week, if you haven't seen Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg in Uncharted, that was fun. I watched it yesterday. It kind of like National Treasure-ish. They're searching for Magellan's Gold. So that ends on Thursday, as well as Death on the Nile, that whodunit mystery film. So Batman will stick around, and we've got 2 new ones. A new Channing Tatum film called Dog. He's a former Army Ranger, and he's trying to get this Belgian Malinois, so military working dog, to a funeral of his former trainer and owner. So that one looks really, really heartwarming and funny. And then Tyson's Run is a new film about an autistic boy who goes to high school for the first time, trying to connect with his father, who's a football coach. So he becomes like a marathon runner. So inspirational film. So yeah, we've got Dog, Batman, and Tyson's Run for this Friday on. If you're interested in any of those.
Right.
Yeah.
I was looking at your coming soon here. I did not. They've done a sequel already to Sonic the Hedgehog.
They have. Though the first one was pretty successful.
It was. I watched it like 3 times with my grandson.
Yeah.
We love Sonic the Hedgehog. So
April 8th, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Tails, the little fox, will make his appearance in this one.
All right.
I remember playing it with my kids on a Sega Genesis machine way back when.
Oh, boy, back in the day. We've come a long way since that and since Sega and Atari. We've come a long way in video games.
I played a lot of Atari as a kid.
I did too.
I liked Q*bert. That was my favorite.
Q*bert.
Q*bert.
Can you help me here? Is it...
It was just this little, like a little puffball guy who jumped around on pyramids, and you changed the color. Anyway, those of my age will remember that.
I know
game.
exactly what you're talking about.
I wasn't as into Pac-Man. I liked that one, and
I was an asteroids guy.
Galaga was good. Yeah, good old Atari. I went from Atari to Sega. There was a big jump there.
Yes,
and then to Wii.
Oh,
yeah,
Wii.
my kids had a Wii too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand Wii.
Yeah.
And, we just didn't have any in our house. Kids were that age, but when a friend would come over and bring one with them, it was a big time. They'd stay up all night. The eyes would get real big, and they'd stay there all night.
I think my mom and dad let me rent one for my birthday one time. Oh, I just thought that was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yep. So we've got Sonic 2 for April, and then there's a new Harry Potter-esque film, Fantastic Beasts 2, and it's all about Dumbledore. So his story continues. So that'll also be in April. Yeah.
Lots of good things.
Good film. Sandra Bullock has a new one. It's called The Lost City. Also comes out this month, and then a Marvel character, kind of a creepy one called Morbius. On April 1st, Jared Leto takes on this character. He's a doctor who's trying to cure a disease, and it all goes wrong. So another one of those. So that'll start off our April is Morbius. A little creepy.
Serious side effects then.
Serious side effects. Yep, doesn't go the way he plans.
Do you still do your matinees on Saturday and Sunday?
We are still doing them on Saturday and Sunday.
Great.
And with Batman being the length that it is, they are in the 3 o'clock hour as opposed to the 4 o'clock hour. So check out watchthefox.com for those times. Yep, both Saturday and Sunday. We haven't moved into the late shows again yet, but hopefully by this summer we'll have those again.
Good.
Yeah.
So how do you... Well, you won't be past midnight this Saturday, right? Or will you? So you don't have to worry about the time change.
No.
Okay.
No, we don't.
Okay.
I should be tucked in when that happens.
I'm with you there.
I know.
We have the chamber banquet, though, right?
We do, yes. Yeah.
I will be there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tanya, I'm sure will be there.
I'll be there.
So,
does that get over by 10? Do you know?
I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure the banquet will be over by 10. Whether
everybody
whether all
trickles
of the,
out.
Yeah, whether everybody's out of there by 10 or not, probably be a different question.
I'm looking forward to it. Get a little dressed up, and there's a Kyle Yamada, the comedian, that'll be there. We had him at the theater a few years back.
Okay.
Very funny guy. So he'll be the entertainment for that night.
Looking forward to it. If we see each other and I have a black shirt on, it won't be a Pirate Radio T-shirt. Because I'm older and more mature now.
Are you?
Just so you know. Yeah.
And just so you know, Dave and I are much more professional in public than we are maybe here on the. So just want you to know that if you see us, don't be afraid.
We won't embarrass you.
We will. We try to be very professional when we're out at public events.
I will too.
You will too?
I will.
Okay.
Yeah. I get to hand out some awards. That'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to acknowledge what folks are doing.
Absolutely. It's been a crazy couple of years. So, it's now, being in the business environment now for 10 years, I've learned a lot. But, business people are unique individuals and they should be honored, especially after what they've endured.
Yes, it's just,
resilience.
Yes.
Yes, we've all been very resilient.
Yeah.
So we get to celebrate each other Saturday.
Okay. Well, we'll see you there.
Yes.
I didn't know if you had. I am going to go. Joan and I are going to go.
Oh, good. Yeah. I was planning to go too. Do I have a ticket? I don't know.
Well, I paid for one.
Did you? Yeah. Okay, well, good. Yeah. I'll be there then.
So, we sit at the same table. You'll have.
I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd love to sit by you, Dave.
You would?
Yeah.
That makes me feel kind of warm
you
and fuzzy.
Bet.
Aww.
Good friend, neighbor, brother. Would love to spend the evening with you.
I'm looking forward to it, bro.
All right.
And you
well,
too,
if you're
Tanya.
not at the banquet, the movie theater's open and running, and we've got some great films.
Yes, there you go. And a lot of folks will want to. I don't know if the weather it's going to calm down by then, but we're going to have cold weather.
Either way,
and some snow.
people come in. You know, a lot of 4-wheel drive vehicles in this part of the country. They don't have any problem getting there.
I don't think
safely.
It's gonna be.
Always safely.
Yep. Thanks, Tanya.
Thanks.
We'll have school closings up next. I think Jeremy's recut those for you. And then we'll take a music break, and then I'll run down to Varney Health Mart and see if they've got my pills ready.
All right. Sounds good, Dave.
It's time to take a look at closings, postponements, and cancellations on Central Nebraska's news source. Complete details are available on the weather tab of sandhillsexpress.com. If you have closing information you'd like announced, email us info@sandhillsexpress.com.
Here's a look at the closings and cancellations that we have received at KCNI KBBN Radio. And Selma Myrna Public Schools closed on Wednesday, as is Ansley Public Schools. Arnold Public Schools closed on Wednesday, and the Callaway Hospital Public Transit Service will not be running on Wednesday. Their office will be open, though. The Callaway Public Schools has no school or activities today. Closings, postponements, and cancellations were brought to you today by Custer Public Power District, as is Stapleton Lumber and Supply, and Thedford Hunter's Public Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body.
I ain't got nobody hanging around my doorstep. Ain't got no loose change, just a hanging around my jeans. If you see somebody, would you send them over my way? I could use some help here with a can of pork and beans. I once had a family, but they up and left me with nothing but an 8-track. Another side of George Jones. I was in high cotton, just a banging on my 6-string, a kicking at the trash can, walking skin and bone. I could see your back porch if I close my eyes now. I can hear the train tracks, do the laundry on the line. I'm thinking it's your business, but you don't got the answer. I'm knocking on your screen door in the summertime.
Show. Great to have you with us here on this Wednesday. Again, we're looking at maybe kind of a rough weather day. So to stay up to date with weather information, you can always check out sandhillsexpress.com. We'll keep you up to date with postponements and cancellations. Also, there's a link to the Nebraska Road Report that you can link to by going to sandhillsexpress.com. Just click on the weather tab. All right, time to go to Varney Health Mart. Good morning, Dave Burney.
Good morning, Brent. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Julie,
thank you.
How are you, Julie?
I'm good.
We're looking out the windows of Varney Health Mart as oddly enough, a truck just went by. That doesn't happen very often.
Oh, no, not very often, just every few minutes. So.
But it is snowing, and it's picking up a little bit out there.
It really is, isn't it? So
And
I kind of wondered about the closings this morning, but now, look at the snow coming.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Right.
I don't think we know for sure how much we're going to get, to be honest.
Well, that's just it. We don't.
So.
And
we'll
it
just-
could really open up and hammer us.
Well, it could, and then it could not. And right now, you can do all the shopping you want to do here at Varney Health Mart because you can get here easy.
And it's very warm inside.
It's very comfortable. And I got to tell you, the pharmacy looks extra sharp today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes. Very. Look how handsome Drew looks in that shirt.
That is one good-looking shirt on old Drew over there.
Yes, it is,
I'll
old
tell you what,
Drew.
We're going to get extra special pharmacy today.
Yes. And speaking of pharmacy, I want to just thank all our customers that have been coming in and being very patient with us. We had new software installed, and it's a learning curve, and it's been a struggle. So we just want to thank everybody because it is taking a lot longer now to get the prescriptions filled.
Mhm.
So bear with us. It'll turn around again.
It'll get better.
It'll get better.
That is the most aggravating thing about technology. Oh, this will be so much better. This will work smoother. This will be faster. But that learning curve and the glitches and all the different things that come with it, it's always worth it in the long run, but
Yes.
it's very aggravating for a while.
It is, yeah. So I just
Okay.
want to thank everybody for that.
All right, you told me when I walked in the door, there's lots of new things.
Yes, we are getting lots of new things in, and we have new items in the back that we need to get priced and put out. So
All right.
anyway, I think we'll start right here by the checkout. We have a huge selection of the Sun's Out puzzles right now, and they are all made in the United States. They are not sold to your big box stores. So it's nice. We have from 100-piece puzzle up to, is it 1,000? I think.
500.
Yep, to 1,000.
Yep, there's 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
Those are
there's-
nice too. You have all
they are
different
nice.
scenes.
Right. We try to cover a variety of, farm, zoo.
Puppies, horses.
Yes.
Nice. All
And
right.
talking about puzzles, Tia did get in some new puzzles. These are really nice too. We decided to try another line because look at that.
Ooh.
When you put them together, they're poster size.
Wow.
And like these are large. Okay, what we're looking at right now is a T-Rex dinosaur. And it is probably at least 2 feet long.
Yeah.
You think?
And it looks so real.
It looks very real.
I mean,
You might bite you.
the texture on it is something else.
Yes, yes. And so they're nice, and the kids like to glue them, put them up on their wall.
Mhm.
Well, and adults do too. We sell a lot of puzzle glue, and we have that
Do
here in
you
the store.
really?
We do. Mhm.
Nice.
And then also with these puzzles, there's an elk, there's an eagle. There's cards in there that explain and talk about the elks, the eagles, whatever the puzzle is. There's just a little story about it. We have a goldfinch, a horse, a lamb, giraffe, a buck, triceratops,
And T-Rex.
and T-Rex.
Wow. That's kind of spooky. Feels like he's going to jump right out and get you.
Yes. So
But
they're fun.
That's a puzzle, and it will make. Actually, if you don't see where the puzzle pieces are, it just looks like a really distinct painting or photo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
we're really happy with them. And from the same company.
Hi, Bonnie. How are you?
Good morning. We also got a few card games in that are fun to play and educational. One's called Peg Leg. most of these card games are that says ages 6 and up, but I think younger could probably do it too.
Sure. Okay.
All right. And
Moving along.
We've got the spiral graph in. We got the Yahtzee. We got the Connect 4. We wanted to get in some, kind of vintage games, but that are fun. And I always like to tell the story that a few years back, a customer was in and was looking at the spiral graph. And he told me that when he was a kid, the spiral graph inspired him to become an architect.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can make some beautiful designs with them.
Yes.
Go crazy.
Yes.
And what is that? Let me look. Under 40.
It's $42.
About $40 for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
And
it's
the
a good
Yahtzee?
investment, I'll tell you.
Boy, we played a lot of Yahtzee at my aunt and uncle's place.
Yes, Yahtzee's always fun. We have cribbage.
Mm-hmm.
We've had customers ask for that, so we have that in. And then we ordered a lot from the Fat Brain Company. So we have a huge selection from Fat Brain. They're a good company. They're educational toys. They're based out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. And
Nebraska made. Pencil nose.
Yeah, that's a funny game. That's a real funny game. That'll make a lot of laughs. And also, when you come in the store, a lot of these pieces, we have demos setting out, so it's hands-on. You can look at them, you can play with them, you can play the games. I know a new game that came out for Fat Brain is called Gib Gab, and it's a back-and-forth battle of Babel. And
there it is.
It kind of lights up, and it is a top-selling game right now in the country.
Back and forth battle of Babel. Okay. Well, there's a lot of that going around. Might as well have a game.
Might as well have a game of it,
Yeah.
huh? Yes. And I heard you talking about St. Patty's Day.
Mm-hmm.
We just have very few things left for St. Patty's. We have a kitchen towel, the cotton cloth towel that's really nice to dry your dishes with.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, warning, may be prone to shenanigans. Say that, Dave, because that's what you do.
I'm not
hooliganism and malarkey.
Malarkey. I got that one.
So we have that, and then we do have, I would say it could go for St. Patty's Day.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a horseshoe, and it just has some of the horseshoe nails that stick out that you can hang your keys off of, or I have jewelry displayed off of it. So there's different varieties.
Yeah, and while we're here, beautiful necklaces and watches, even some sunglasses here for gift ideas.
Yes.
Okay.
And let me see. Oh, Debbie has a few St. Patty's Day cards over in her card selection there.
Okay, still left.
And let me see. Here's the table of all the.
Oh, this is the
Fat Brain.
hands-on.
Yes, and it's right by the Montana Silversmith case, so you can, like this one. It's Fruit Friends, and it's for ages 12 months and up. There's a pair that kind of rattles and makes noise, and it's a magnet, and it'll rock back and forth. And then there's what looks like a slice of watermelon, and it's a texture type thing where they can fill it, take the rind off of the watermelon part, put the rind back on. See if it just kind of feels different.
There's the seeds.
Light texture.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's an orange, and it's magnetic, and they can take it apart and put it back together.
Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Everything here at Barney's, as far as games goes, are fun and usually almost always educational.
Yes.
From little ones on up.
On up.
Yeah. There's the Gib Gab gang.
Yeah, so come in and play it.
Okay, all right.
That's always fun. I know the Easter's a little ways away, but we have already had to reorder our Easter Russell Stover's candy.
Okay.
So it just came in and was put out this week. Today's only Wednesday, so it was just put out. And we did get the Raspberry Whip little candy bars in. We did get the Coconut Almond candy bars, which we haven't had. They haven't had them for a few years. The Coconut Nest. And then we got the packet of the Itty Bitty Bunnies. And what they are chocolate mini bunnies and they work really well for decorating cupcakes or any kind of decorating that you want to do. Maybe take to school.
Yeah. Put them in a basket.
Yes, in their Easter basket.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, nice selection here, but I got a feeling that these are going to go pretty quick.
It will. Yes. Yep. And well, we have a few Easter,
Here's some Easter
like an each with
decorations.
with the little Easter bunny and the chick, and then we have little shelf sitters that are bunnies. We have the gnomes that are shelf sitters. We have little. Let's see. I guess there's just 3 left. They're called church puzzles, and there's 3, 6, 9. There's 9 pieces. They're little wooden blocks. They're in a cute little bag, and there's I think it's 6 different puzzles inside here.
Okay.
That kids can put together.
Nice.
And take apart.
All small little things that don't cost a bunch of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I did want to. I'm glad you said that, Dave, because we have gotten in quite a few gifts like that. I would say for gift giving, or just if you want to treat yourself, that are very reasonably priced, under $10.
Yeah.
Maybe around 15. So.
Put you
Just want
in
to keep
the,
that in mind.
Put you in the mood. It doesn't take a lot of money to set something like this up and on the table or in the kitchen, and
Yes.
or for the kids. Okay.
And let's see, we have a few winter sweaters left and vests, a few gloves, maybe a scarf, and they're all 30% off right now.
Okay, 30%, folks. All right.
Yes. And I did treat myself the other day, and I bought a pair of gloves. I'm so glad I did. I love them.
Just in time.
Yes, just in time. What else do I have on my list? Okay. The Naked Bee, our lotions and skincare, that is all restocked. So we do have that in now. We have a nice order of new handbags in. They're medium to larger size, because we do have some smaller ones that we already had in the store. So we have a larger black handbag, a nice deep brown. There's a tan book bag.
Okay. Yeah.
And one that has some leopard print on it.
Okay.
Nice.
Should mention too, we don't talk about this as much as we should, but I just happened to catch the rack of the gift cards there.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes,
you have
we do
lots
carry
of different options there.
Yes, we do carry the gift cards that Dave just mentioned, like Cabela's, Bass Pro, Bath and Body. There's Visa cards, Applebee's, Starbucks, etc.
Olive Garden. Yeah.
Olive Garden.
So those can make great gifts for folks, and they're right here on the rack, right in the center of the store.
Yes.
Okay.
People
All
like to buy those for gifts and stick them in the card
Yeah.
and send them out.
Well, easy, but you know they're going to use them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You always want to give a gift, at least in the hope that it's going to be something they can use, and these
Yeah.
address that.
That's true.
Yep.
And I guess, and I forget to mention this, we carry a product that's called Florigen, and it's in the pharmacy. It's refrigerated, and it's like a probiotic, and it helps with gut health.
Okay.
So if you're taking antibiotics, it's a good idea to take a probiotic, or if you just have issues with your intestines or your guts, they really help.
Now, can you show those to me?
Yes.
See you,
Yeah, we'll
Bonnie.
have to walk up into the pharmacy.
That's Bonnie Bear over there. Known Bonnie a while.
Well, I'm glad you said hello to her, Dave. You have to acknowledge him.
Yes.
Yes.
Stephanie, how you do? How can you? Well, look at that. He's so handsome today in that shirt. He's a knockout. Yeah. Am I allowed back here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yes, like I said, it's in the refrigerator. So I'll pull out the shelf. We have kids, we have digestive, we have acidophilus. I can't say it this morning.
I won't try.
Acidophilus.
See, I'm getting everybody to where they can't say it.
So, this is for all ages. I guess when you started talking about it, I thought, well, it must be for people over 50 or something, but
oh no,
it's for everyone.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just something that we have started carrying, several months ago. It's back in the pharmacy because we have to keep it in the fridge. They're live active cultures, and really competitively priced with a lot of the over-the-counter probiotics, and we have a lot of people who really like them.
And there's a women's health too that we don't have right now.
Yeah, they must be coming in the order. Yeah, there's a women's health, then just the digestion one, which is good for a lot of people who are maybe on an antibiotic course and suffering some of the side effects from that with diarrhea or stomach upset, things like that. That's really good. The acidophilus is just a good basic probiotic, and then there's one that's good for kids. I don't know what else to say.
That's fine.
Well, and I was going to say I take the digestive one just because I have issues with my stomach, and it seems to help and kind of keep me leveled out that way.
Just like maybe your stomach is just unsettled or a little achy, or it's growling at you all the time.
Yeah. They just a lot of times, if you have unsettled issues or something like that, maybe a probiotic is a good place to start. Because a lot of times we can have bacteria in our systems that gets wiped out, whether it's by an antibiotic or other things like that, because antibiotics aren't taught to only target the bad bacteria. They just treat bacteria. They should get rid of all of it, good and bad. And there is the good stuff that kind of protects our gut and our linings and things like that. So this helps put the good stuff back in. And Julie was just pointing on here, it says stuff about, if you have gas, bloating, or constipation or diarrhea. I mean, any of those ailments, and you're trying things over the counter and nothing seems to be working, and you haven't tried a probiotic yet, what do these usually run?
I was going to ask you.
12-ish. Well, that's 20.
Yeah, they're right around 20 and
about
under.
$18 on that one.
Yeah.
And generally there's always a $2 coupon inside the box.
Yeah.
And they are one of the best probiotics I think you can get. And we've had customers come in that didn't realize that we carry these, and they're very happy that. So we
Well, you
wanted
happen
to
to have it
mention
in the fridge.
Right.
So,
You have to have it refrigerated.
Right.
so ask about it, folks.
For sure.
I'm interested because, if I take the one about the bloating, will I be able to take my belt down one notch?
Maybe a whole notch. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
So I could go from like just for an example, I'm not saying my waist is this big, but let's just say from a 35 to a 34.
Yeah, I don't know if they list that on the label, but it might be. Maybe in the fine print.
So some of those pants I have up on the shelf that I haven't worn for a while might fit.
Oh, we all have those pants that are for the day when things are a little bit slimmer that we just can't get rid of.
Well, most importantly, just feeling good is what it's all about.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much,
of course.
Steph. Appreciate it.
Yes, you're
It's always good to see you.
You too.
I got to tell you, there's guy's a chick magnet. There's going to be a lot of ladies in here today to take a look at Drew's shirt.
I think they're gonna just even come out in the snow. Probably.
Oh, that won't even stop
Don't you
them.
think?
And Steph, honestly, what Dave's getting at is that his shirt is just like Drew's. But
how dare me not even notice?
No, I didn't mean that.
Oh, I don't know.
I wear this shirt about every other day.
And how's that working out for you?
Not worth a hoot. Thanks, ladies. Thanks, Drew. Thanks, Julie.
You're welcome,
It's always
Dave.
fun.
Thank you. Yes, it's
always fun here at
We
Varney's
have to
and-
have fun. We have to have laughs.
That's
we hope
right.
people laughed with us.
That's exactly right. And get out and do some shopping here at Varney's, if not today, in the days ahead before St. Patty's Day and Easter, and talk to them about those medicines we just talked about. Those are called what again?
Well, basically probiotics.
Probiotics.
For good gut health.
They're in the fridge, so you won't find them on the shelf.
Right. You'll have to ask us for them.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
We'll send it back to studio.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Julie, everybody at Varney Health Mart, thanks for joining us on The Breakfast Show this morning. The time is 9:02.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report.
I couldn't find a shirt.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is vowing his country will never surrender to Russia as the Kremlin agrees to a 12-hour ceasefire to allow safe passage to thousands of Ukrainians who want to leave the country. This woman has already fled to Poland.
I was really scared all the way because I read that a lot of people got shot when they were trying to leave the city.
The fighting is expected to get worse as Russia steps up its bombardment after running into stronger than expected resistance from Ukrainian forces. Today, Russian soldiers knocked the Chernobyl plant off the power grid. Emergency generators are now supplying backup power. Vice President Kamala Harris is on her way to Poland to discuss the Biden administration's opposition to sending Soviet-era fighter jets into Ukraine. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Brian Fenley.
The negotiations will continue today for Major League Baseball and the Players Association as they try to hash out a new labor deal, and the league will reportedly today respond to the union's latest proposal. College basketball conference tournament champs have been clinched in spots of the NCAA tournament. That would be one for South Dakota State as they win the Summit League championship over North Dakota State 75-69. There was also Delaware. They are your CAA champs, and they did it over UNC Wilmington. Wright State victorious over Northern Kentucky to take the Horizon League title, 72-71, by the way. And then there was Bryant, and they blow out Wagner 70-43 to take home the NEC, so a couple spots already reserved for the NCAA tournament.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a winter weather advisory continuing. Low snow likely for today, 1 to 3 inches of daytime snowfall with winds breezy from the north and northwest. Temperatures fairly steady in the 20s. Then for tonight, another inch or 2 of snow accumulation, low of 6 above zero. Thursday, any lingering snow wrapping up by midday up to 26. Friday, sunny upper 20s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
It's time to take a look at closings, postponements, and cancellations on Central Nebraska's news source. Complete details are available on the weather tab of sandhillsexpress.com. If you have closing information you'd like announced, email us info@sandhillsexpress.com.
Here's a look at the closings and cancellations that we have received at KCNI KBBN Radio. And Selma Myrna Public Schools closed on Wednesday, as is Ansley Public Schools. Arnold Public Schools closed on Wednesday, and the Callaway Hospital Public Transit Service will not be running on Wednesday. Their office will be open, though. The Callaway Public Schools has no school or activities today. Closings, postponements, and cancellations were brought to you today by Custer Public Power District, as is Ansley Lumber and Supply, Thedford Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body.
Were you in church last Sunday? As followers of Jesus, a.k.a. Christian, Jesus says, "You are my witnesses." When you do not attend church on Sunday, your witness to family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors says something was more important than spending time in worship. So plan now to attend this week, or is there something more important? This is Roger Sloan with the Lillian Church of Christ, where we love to share Jesus.
9:06 is the time. Currently at our studios, it's snowing, 14 degrees, cloudy skies, barometer 30.17, and the humidity 84%. Winter weather advisory in effect for our listening area today into tomorrow, especially tomorrow morning. So do drive with care. And again, we direct you to sandhillsexpress.com. Click on the weather tab. You can stay up to date with postponements and cancellations and the information that we receive here at our studios. Also, you'll find a link to check out the road condition report for the state of Nebraska as well. So take advantage of those links that we provide for you on sandhillsexpress.com. Again, just go to the weather tab. We received word that a gas meter was hit right around the Gary Superfoods area here in Broken Bow, so there might be some activity there as they work on that situation. Just want to make you aware of that if you happen to be driving around that area here this morning. I do want to let you know that coming up later in the show, we're going to continue with our Love Local promotion. Man, been doing this for a lot of weeks and a lot of days now as we spotlight our great area businesses. And today we're going to give you an opportunity to win a $25 gift card to the Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent, Nebraska. We'll be giving you an opportunity to win that later in the show. So just keep it right here.
brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
for those hard-to-farm acres. It also helps improve a farm's profitability, delivers high-quality wildlife habitat, cleaner water, and healthier soils. The CRP sign-up is going on right now through March 11th. Find a local Pheasants Forever biologist at pheasantsforever.org/CRP or visit your local USDA service center. Farm the best, CRP the rest.
When you find a piece of land to buy, you'll find more ways to finance it at Farm Credit Services of America. We offer competitive rates, long-term options, and payment flexibility. Cashback dividends are a significant benefit, too. Discover the expertise that makes financing land easy and the options to make it possible. Terms apply. Call Farm Credit Services of America at 800-884-FARM or apply online at fcsamerica.com/landloans. Agriculture works here.
All right, we're back on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And ladies and gentlemen, back in the studio, fresh off his remote broadcast at Varney Health Mart. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello once again to my good friend, my partner, my neighbor, my brother, David J. Burney.
Thanks, bro. I must say that Varney's is feeling Easter-like and St. Patty's Day-like, but probably one of the most impressive things is Drew's shirt down there. I
heard you
look
talking
for
about that.
A lot of extra lady traffic in there in the next 8 hours or so.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to draw them. He's going to be kind of like, well, a piece of cheese for flies. He's going to draw them.
Now, was he wearing a T-shirt like you?
I didn't look. Oh. I should ask him if he had one, if it was on.
I was going to say, well, is
correctly.
it on correctly? Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to add to our closings and postponements here. This just got posted. Livia's Boutique, we just read their live read about their big sale that's going on this week. They're going to be closing early today, it says, closed due to the weather. And that's what the announcement reads.
Okay.
Closing early. So Livia's Boutique in Ansley will be closing because of the weather situation. You were out and about. It looks like maybe the snow has picked up from what it was early this morning, but anything too bad yet?
Not really.
Around town, anyway.
I think, the snow plows were out when I drove out here this morning in the 5 o'clock hour, making sure there wasn't any icy conditions out. And then it kind of quit snowing, and now it's picked back up again. But it's not big flakes. It's coming sideways with that north wind, but there's not a lot of snow in the air. Mm-hmm. The highway, you want to be careful. It's not snow-packed or anything, but there is snow on the surface. So just be a little careful. I think you'll be okay for now. We don't know. We've heard so many different predictions on snow. We just really don't know what to tell you as far as the amount goes. Our forecast reads about 2 inches today and maybe another 2 inches tonight. Mm-hmm. So if we did that and got another half inch or inch tomorrow morning before it quit, we'd have 4 or 5 inches, but it could be 2 to 4 inches, could be 2 to 3. I don't see any big numbers for this area right now, but, they just don't seem to really have a handle on how much they're going to have in different places, including here. So
yeah, and of course, we can talk by what we see outside our window. Obviously, it's different wherever you go. So we do remind you that if you go to sandhillsexpress.com, you can find a link to the road condition report for the state of Nebraska. If you do have to be out and about, might want to check that road condition report, and you can access it through sandhillsexpress.com by going to the weather tab. You ask me this occasionally, so now that you're in my chair and I'm in yours, I'll ask, anything on your mind? Is there something on your mind, Dave? Or
well, I just was thinking about the comment I just had made yesterday and today. Now, yesterday, I started thinking about the comment about the redhead up at the courthouse.
Yeah,
and I can't remember the description. It was an Irish redheaded crazy woman of some kind, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was something like that. I can't remember the exact comment, but
I'll just say it just come off the tip of my tongue without really thinking, and I stand by it. Then also today I just moments ago mentioned that Drew was like a piece of cheese, and the flies would be drawn to him.
Yeah.
And I think I need to be more specific on that. He's like a piece of Swiss cheese.
Oh.
What's the stinkiest cheese that you can think of?
Isn't it like Limburger?
Yeah, Limburger.
Or something?
Yeah, that's even better. Let's go with Drew was like a piece of Limburger cheese to a fly.
Wow.
And that compares to what the ladies are going to be drawn to today in Barney Health Mart. He's going to be like a Limburger cheese chunk to a lady who is a fly. Or like a fly.
You know, I gotta say, you know, the many years that I've been around you and worked with you, I just don't know if there's anybody in the world that can paint a picture like David J. Burney can.
Well, just picture this one, Brent.
Okay.
Let's just say because of the wind, they locked the front door on Barney Health Mart. Because sometimes they have to do that because the wind gets. Yeah. Can you imagine what people are going to think when there's like 8 or 12 ladies around the drugstore scratching the glass trying to get in?
I don't know.
I mean, there's a news story for Gavin.
Yeah. You know, if people drive by and see that, they may think, well, they're trying to get in out of the weather. But that won't be the case.
Or, you know, why can't they get their script?
Yes. Correct.
Right now, the front door is open to my knowledge because Julie said she opened it because I usually come in that door.
All right.
But today I thought, well, with the snow and everything, the truck's making that right-hand turn. I parked in the back.
Yeah.
But as far as having anything on my mind other than the wild redhead at the courthouse and Drew drawing women like flies on Limburger cheese, that's about all I got.
All right. Well, thanks, Dave. Oh, brother. Hey, we have a gift card. We're still giving away gift cards.
Amazing.
Isn't this awesome? We're going to give you a chance to win a $25 gift card to the Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent, Nebraska. They're open Monday 5 to 9, closed on Tuesdays, open Wednesday to Saturday 11 to 9, open Sunday 2 to 9. At the Rescue Bar and Grill, they have a wonderful full menu and serve locally raised beef. On Wednesdays, that'd be today, they serve their famous pizzas. If you've not tried the Rescue Bar's pizza, you need to take a drive and try it out. It's famous for a reason. Also, put this day on your calendar, March 19th. They will also be a stop for a putt-around golf fundraiser. Check their Facebook page for more details on that event as the date approaches. And come sing your heart out that same evening with karaoke at the Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent. That's on March 19th. There's always something going on in Sargent, and the Rescue Bar and Grill is the place to stop. You'll find them on Main Street in Sargent, Nebraska. Any special way you want to give this away? Or is there a question on your mind you want to ask? Or it almost looks like maybe there is. Or do you just want to take a number of caller?
No,
Again, this is proof once again, folks. We say this all the time. We don't plan this show.
No.
You know, it's just, we just take it minute by minute.
And I find it interesting that when you look at me, you can tell that I have a question on my mind. That's almost scary. Anyway.
Yeah, well, we've worked together for a long time.
How about taking a certain number caller, like we usually do?
Okay.
And maybe asking them, I can't speak the last couple of days, asking them what Drew smells like. Or to a lady. That would be a fly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so now wait a minute. Did you talk about what Drew smells like?
No, I didn't.
I didn't think so.
He smelled fine.
Okay.
I didn't really get close enough, but I think he's okay there. I mean, I hope he is. There's going to be a lot of ladies, trying to, get close.
But you were talking about his shirt.
That's a great shirt,
right?
Yeah.
And that, and then you painted a picture of, and so that's kind of what you want people to respond to.
What kind of cheese?
What kind
of cheese is Drew? That's the question.
Okay. Well, if you know, call us at 872-2801, and we'll put you on the air and see what you have to say.
Choose the proven performance of the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, featuring high-yielding Extend Flex soybeans and the exceptional weed control of XtendiMax herbicide with Vapor Grip technology. Elite genetics, triple herbicide tolerance, flexibility that delivers results, backed by 25 years of innovation. That's the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, the system of choice. XtendiMax is a restricted-use pesticide. Always follow stewardship practices, all pesticide label directions, and check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state. When you choose the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, you're choosing exceptional weed control. It controls more weeds than any other soybean system and offers up to 14 days of soil activity on certain small-seeded broadleaf weeds. Plus, you get triple tolerance to dicamba, glyphosate, and glufosinate when used with XtendFlex soybeans. The Roundup Ready Extend crop system, the system of choice.
Claims are based on approved EPA herbicide labels as of January 2021. Pair with a strong weed management program. Always follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and all other stewardship practices.
Okay, we have our contestant on the line. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
This is Jeff. How you doing?
Jeff, how are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, thanks for coming on the air with us.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll have Dave ask the question. I'm not exactly sure what the question was now. Something about cheese.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Dave.
Well, Drew has this really sharp shirt on down at Varney's, and I just mentioned this morning that the ladies would be coming in fast and heavy into the store just to see his shirt and see him look so darn handsome. And I compared it to, it would be like flies drawn to what kind of cheese?
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Lindbergh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I was accustomed to flies being drawn to.
Well, I didn't want to go there, Jeff.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, it sounds like maybe a good treatment, maybe a Nabaz treatment.
Oh, God.
Hey, there you
go. You dog.
Yeah. No, you know, I tried it once, and I found to pair it up with a good episode of Dr. Pimple Popper works perfect.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they go well together.
Oh.
Sounds like an enjoyable evening.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
I think we know this guy's last name, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we have everything covered. Jeff, thanks for calling in. You're a winner, and you've won a $25 gift card to the Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent. So just come on out and pick it up.
Looking forward to it.
All right, Jeff. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Rock on.
Bye.
Boy, he kind of slipped that little thing.
Yeah, that
there.
was good. Jeff is a sharp one.
You know, he got me so upset I almost... Oh, I was talking with a mom yesterday afternoon or evening about Logan. And
Gerardin?
Yeah, and he got so excited he soiled his plants.
Yeah, he soiled his plants, yes.
A lot of funny guys out there.
There are a lot. We've got a great group of listeners, and we appreciate them, and we appreciate them having fun with us.
Yes.
Because please don't take us very seriously, and we're glad that you don't. Let's see. Anything else that we need to talk about? I guess we can remind people again that we will have coverage of Nebraska men's basketball today. Nebraska begins playing the Big Ten tournament against Northwestern. Coverage on the Huskers radio network at 4 o'clock. Tip-off scheduled for 5. And I think it's the first game today, so it's not like, the pregame will have to go for an hour and a half while they wait for the game before it to start. So that should be at 5 o'clock for you today, and that'll be on KBBN 95.3 FM. And if it doesn't go well, look for Kent Pavelka to soil himself. I'm gonna guess that there'll be a few comments made about the officiating today from Kent and Jake, but that's all right. They make it fun to listen to, and we'll have it for you on the Huskers Radio Network later today. Thank you, David J. Burney.
My pleasure.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Okay.